Now let me tell you about my experience with the Nokia OVI Store once I tried to log in. So the first thing I did was to create an account with an email and a password, and it was pretty simple. The interaction design was pretty straightforward. There's nothing that I didn't get. I simply entered my password and my email. It was fairly easy. So the next thing that happens is this. The shop shuts down. I don't know why, it simply just shut down on me. So my initial thought was something along the lines of, okay, it restarts, I'll just try to log in with the username and the password that I just entered. It wasn't possible for me to log in with the username and the password recovery method where I could have a new password sent to my phone or similar didn't work. So obviously I was frustrated. But I thought that for the sake of the review here, I'd give it another shot, so I created a new account. Well, I selected a new username, a new email, a new password, and I actually had no problems here. I selected that I should log in automatically in the future, so I wouldn't have to worry about the shop shutting down on me or anything. And then finally, I am actually in the shop. I must admit that it's possible to browse the store, visit the categories, everything, apart from downloading applications or wallpapers, whatever. But I selected to be logged in straight away so I could display in this review how easy it was to install something once you were logged in. So once I was in, I did the foundations for the review. I figured out what the categories looked like. I found out that they were fairly okay. I learned that the search wasn't perfect. I couldn't search for parts of a word, so if I was searching for something along the lines of kite surfing, I couldn't just enter kite. I would have to enter kite surfing in order to find something. My own account settings was fairly okay, and I had some comments on the location of the items. If the shop could actually figure out where it should locate the items in my phone. It's possible to launch applications from the shop directly, but maybe the user doesn't want to go in and connect to the shop every time he wants to launch something. Therefore, I had some comments on where the different kinds of applications, games, wallpapers and everything was saved in the phone. But then, before I got to do this video review, I lost my connection and I was simply thrown out of the store. So this is fairly annoying, obviously. I don't understand why I'm kicked out of the store simply because my connection is lost. The store could be open with no options for downloading or similar, but it simply kicked me out again. So I was actually fairly angry. Also, I tried to log in again with the new username and the new password, and of course it was very frustrating that I should log in again because I had selected I would wish to log in automatically. And the problem is that I didn't get to log in. My username and my password weren't recognized. So I was fairly annoyed with the whole experience, but I gave it another shot. I went for the password recovery on email. If you're wondering what the sounds in the background are, it's because I'm doing this in my basement of this huge building and somebody is using the toilet. So I did a password recovery. It appeared to me that Nokia had sent me 2 email messages. One from welcome to your OVI store, and next one, welcome to your OVI account, the friendly staff at Nokia. And I sent a password recovery email, and I was told that I'll get an email shortly. Now this is roughly 24 hours later, and I haven't received an email yet. So this means that I cannot log in to the Nokia shop with any of my 2 usernames or passwords, and I'm of course very annoyed. So basically you can, basically, I'm not very satisfied with this experience. But let's take a quick overview. Overall, the login procedure is okay. There's nothing difficult or cumbersome in it. The organization of the shop is okay. You can easily figure out which categories you are in, where to search for items, which part of the shop that is your account information and similar. The search is not perfect, and also it's difficult to figure out if you have an application that is located under entertainment, where it should be put in your phone, because it could be a game, but it could be an application as well, which will then be saved in 2 different locations. How to install an application is fairly simple, so there's nothing wrong there. So overall, the usability of the shop, it has a rate of 4 out of 6 stars or 4 out of 6 mobile phones or something. That is unless you take in the back end, because all the interface design actually works fine. There's nothing difficult in it, but the backend means that I'm kicked out and that I cannot log in again. So the usability of the backend on a 6 scale is minus 2 million. Even though the usability of the application is fairly okay, my desire to visit the OVI store in the future is again minus 2 million. And it's simply because I'm kicked out of the store, I cannot log in again, I cannot recover my password, and there's nothing in the store that I can actually purchase. So I really don't want to visit the OVI store ever again.